Well, climate change is once again dominating the headlines in the world press. Deepti Laurent is here to take us through it. Deepti, good to have you with us. You're starting with multiple UN reports that are warning that the climate is headed for a very bleak period.
That's right, a very bleak future and possibly irreversible. That's what The Guardian says today on its front page with this very stark headline there, no way back. Emissions, according to these UN reports, emissions need to fall by half by 2030. That's in 8 years' time. And if there's any hope of limiting global emissions to 1.5 degrees, but even that is looking doubtful now. Emissions are still rising, The Guardian warns, and it comes, as you see on the front page of The Guardian there, as oil giants Shell, but also Total, post astronomical profits, posting quarterly profits of about $10 billion. So no way back for The Guardian. It's also on the front page of Libération with almost an identical color layout there. Libération, the French left-wing paper, is focusing on the very unusually warm fall season that France has been going through recently, warning that a third of France's streams and creeks are running dry. And in its edition today, the editors of Libération warn, they really actually take aim at Emmanuel Macron for really sidestepping this issue in a recent televised interview in this editorial here in Libération.
And Deepti, this all comes amid a series of protests where we've seen prestigious artworks being attacked in the hopes of awakening both the public and politicians about the climate disaster that we're heading towards.
That's right. First, it was cake smeared on the Mona Lisa in Paris, and it was tomato soup thrown at a Van Gogh artwork in London. And most recently, it was this video here. This happened just yesterday on Thursday. A climate activist glued his own head to a Johannes Vermeer's painting, a very famous one, the girl with an earring painting in a Hague museum, while pouring what looked like some kind of tomato-based sauce on his partner. The New York Times is actually looking at this topic today in this article here, noting that the activists do aim to raise awareness about the devastating impact of climate change, but the Times is wondering if their guerrilla warfare tactics are actually a success or not. For the moment, it's not clear if it is a success, but a spokesperson for one of those climate activist groups, Just Stop Oil, explains that the goal was never about destroying artworks. They carefully chose artworks that had glass encasings, but the idea was to provoke, to shock, and force people to think about what's more important in life, art or life itself. And in that case, for the activists at least, it has been a success. Sharon.
Turning then to our top story this hour, and Twitter has a new owner, Elon Musk, who closed on its $44 billion acquisition of the social media network.
That's right. After much dithering, Elon Musk, whose new Twitter handle is Chief Twit, by the way, he is now the new owner of the social media network. And as you can see, it's dominating a lot of the press this morning, unsurprisingly. What's interesting is the headlines and how they read. So you see this headline here from the Washington Post, that Elon Musk closes Twitter deal and fires top executives. You have an almost identical headline in CNET, which is a leading tech news website here. Elon Musk reportedly takes over Twitter and fires executives. And when you read it like that, it almost seems like a violent coup or some sort of unexpected action on the part of Elon Musk. Now, the website Vox is actually looking at what this means for the social media website. What happens now? They say that the big challenge for Elon Musk going forward will be how to run this social media platform that is used by 400 million people, including influential figures, and deal with political speech moderation and try and make money. Among his proposed plans, removing bots, possibly restoring Donald Trump's account to Twitter, and enabling what he calls greater freedom of speech without really going into great detail about this. Vox, for its part, really doubts the credibility of that freedom of speech argument. But there is one cartoonist, an Australian cartoonist, who drew this design today. His name is Pete Kreiner. For him, Elon Musk taking over Twitter is not such a bad thing, at least the way he sees it. He sees Musk giving more freedom to Twitter and even wonders if other social media networks like Facebook might follow suit.
You're leaving us then with a viral hit, Deepti. A grandmother's simple video of how to carve a pumpkin for Halloween has gone viral on TikTok.
That's right. TikTok users often post these life hacks on very random things that often go viral. This time it's a woman called Barbara Costello. She's a self-proclaimed everyone's grandma, she says on her TikTok handle. She posted a video last week about how to carve up a pumpkin using a hand mixer, Vaseline, and cookie cutters. I'll leave you with just a little glimpse of that video. It's pretty incredible, and it seems very simple. You use the hand mixer to remove the pulp of the pumpkin. You spread Vaseline on the pumpkin to keep it fresh, and you carve from the bottom rather than the top, according to this woman. This video garnered 24 million views, and if you take a tour of her TikTok account, Sharon, you'll find videos full of life hacks, from keeping your flowers fresh to bread recipes to cleaning your dishwasher. Life hacks to things you never knew you needed to know, but are actually very useful.
Well, that one does look very useful. Coming up to Halloween, we're just a couple of days away from it. Deepti Laurent with our press review. Thanks so much for that. We'll have more from you a little bit later on.